Can you hear me? I'm
I sh
good.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
I can't believe I'm doing it this time. I
Yeah, you
like
got it.
repair technology. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I know that it was a little bit of a learning process, but you got it up and running, which is the most important part. Here we are.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
All
So how
right.
you been lately? I know that I wanted to catch up with you, just really just spend some time connecting, talking about the program, talking about you specifically. I'm pulling up your profile, by the way. But
Okay.
just talking to you about what you feel has been working so well for you because you've been absolutely crushing it. You've been doing a really fantastic job, and I wanted to ask you about how you're feeling about everything so far, the program, also talking about some of your challenges too, just kind of just yeah picking your brain to see how we can make sure we're maintaining the momentum with everything too and keeping you on track. Yeah, just spend a
Yeah.
quick 15 20 minutes talking with you.
Okay. Okay. I mean, it's going good. I tell you, I haven't worked out in years. I mean, years, except for, a little bit of walking, but nothing consistent.
Hmm.
And the difference that that makes just doing it every day, not even thinking about it. I just go straight in. I live so far from where I work. I have to really get up early. So
Hmm.
I do it as soon as I get home in the afternoon.
Hmm.
I walk straight in the house, change my clothes, and work out. And my husband at first was like, "What?" But now he's used to it. He's used to the time for dinner being a little bit later, and he's totally fine. He's so used to it now, and he can see such a difference in just how I feel. I'm not complaining about my hip, my lower back, none of that. That has made a huge, huge, huge difference.
Incredible.
I mean, it really has. And you just wouldn't believe. I've been to three different physical therapists. They all told me that my core was weak, my legs were weak, I needed to work on my glutes. But the only time I really did anything is like the twice a week that I would go to therapy. And I would try to do some things at home, but I didn't really have anything concrete. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Now, doing this every day, every day, every day, I have no pain at all. None. I mean, that's big, that's bigger than losing the weight. I'm not kidding. It
Incredible.
really is. But then on the food side of things, at first I was like, I'm never going to eat this much protein. Never going to be able to
That's
do
what
it.
everyone tells me. They're like, wait, so I'm eating this, and this, but just don't ask me to eat enough protein. I'm like, hey, guess what? You got to eat more protein.
You feel like that you're going to be like eating mountains of meat.
Hmm.
But getting used to throwing, I put cottage cheese in everything now. I
Nice.
throw in plain Greek yogurt in anything that I can figure out that it'll go in it, or mix in protein powder in it, or sugar-free pudding, or whatever. If you can get in a little bit of Greek yogurt and some cottage cheese, you're about halfway there. Some egg whites, those are like the saviors.
You've picked up on those cues,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
fills the gaps so nicely for us.
It does. It does. And chicken is amazing how much protein it has. And it doesn't take that much. But it
Right.
feels like when you first start looking at it, you're like, oh my God. But you kind of get used to it when you keep doing it over and over and over. You get used to it. And it
100%.
seems to me to be easier to eat the same things a lot of the time. I mean, I switch them up a little bit,
Hmm.
but the base of most of my meals are just about the same, whether it's on a salad or a tortilla or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, those hero tortillas with a little bit of protein have been great. Um, anything I can find, Quest chips, whatever.
Incredible.
Yeah,
And I think something you've done really well is you've kept that very similar day to day. Like when you take a look at your meals, your calorie consumption, your protein consumption, it pretty much stays steady day to day. And you've
Yeah.
done a really good job of just maintaining that steadiness. And it reflects extremely well with the data that we've been tracking, right?
Hmm.
Specifically, seeing the weight scale slowly decrease week after week after week. And it's kudos to you that you've just acknowledged and have understood, okay, yeah, once I do it, it's a little uncomfortable to begin with, but once I pick up on that routine a bit and I know what works for my body, it might be a little uncomfortable at first, but then I slowly start to get accustomed to it. I get
Yeah.
used to it a bit. You know what I mean? And once you recognize those patterns and acknowledge that that's getting you to that next level, that next level, that next level, a really good thing that you have not done is change things. You just stick to
Yeah.
it. That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. And that's where most people will get kind of caught up. It's like, oh, I'm staying the same weight for a few days, blah, blah, blah. You just stick to it. And sure enough,
Yeah.
come that Monday or whatever, we're seeing the scale drop slowly but surely. And obviously the reduction in your pain, the pain in your hip and how you're feeling, it's been quite incredible to see the amount of consistency you've placed towards doing this. And that's exactly what we were aiming for. That was
Is
exactly
I've
what we wanted.
never been this consistent. I really haven't. I don't know what I guess, you know, you pay for something and you get the advice and you get the plan. And I'm like, I'm tired of this. I'm not going to keep doing this over and over. A
Mhm.
lot of it, I think, because I had to start on blood pressure medicine, I was like, all right, I'm not messing around with this anymore. So now I'm on half the blood pressure medicine.
Wow.
I'm having to take half dose because it was too low.
Mm.
So that was huge.
So do you think
Um,
that that was pretty much that wake up call for you to actually go all in, or do you like what do you feel has attributed to your success other than, obviously making that investment into yourself, but what do you feel has kept you on this path and maintaining that level of consistency that's kept you so uh, I want to say just momentum wise, what's kept you just going with all of this?
I think it's several things. The main thing is um, that I went on this blood pressure medicine with the thoughts that I was coming off of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I thought
Mm-hmm.
I'm not staying on this forever. And the second thing is my two little grandsons, they're two, 1.5 and 2.5. And I was getting, it was so hard for me to play with them, picking them
Mm.
up, all of that, because my hip, my right hip hurt all the time. Getting up and down out of chair hurt all the time because I was so stiff from sitting all day.
Right.
And now, it is so much better. I mean, I kept both of them last weekend at the same time, which I never thought that I would be able to do. I mean, it's just that keeps me going. That keeps me exercising, doing the weights, doing everything, knowing that that has made that much better and easier. And also, even though it's not that much weight, my clothes are so different. And I really attribute some of that to the exercise. My pants and everything, they're just too big. It's hard to
Mhm.
describe it. They're like, I was only 5 feet tall.
Right.
So when I lose weight, they get too long in the waist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they're
Definitely.
like big high waist now. So I have to get some other weights.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think there's two things that you can attribute to that, right? We've been increasing a bit of our strength, right? Obviously, muscle is going to increase in size, but at the same time, you've been losing body fat too. It's a
Yeah.
recomposition of your body. So even though we haven't lost like 3 to 4 pounds in a week, it's more like a pound to about a pound and a half. That's exactly where we want to be. I mean, that's picture perfect where we want to be, is losing about a
Hmm.
half a pound to about 1.5 pounds a week. Anywhere within that realm is really just like the sweet spot because not only are you losing body fat, but you are also increasing strength at the same time. And you've done a great job of that, number one, because of your consistency with exercising and your consistency with eating enough protein per day. So
Hmm.
even though you've acknowledged, like, oh, well, on paper, it doesn't seem like a whole lot of weight. But in reality, if we were to actually like throw you into a DEXA scan and measure your body fat percentage in your muscle, like a really high scientific, you know, approach to this. I guarantee you from the start to now, right? That week of like the first week of June up until now, I bet you
Yeah.
anything it'd probably be more like 25 to 30 pounds of body fat loss as opposed to however much we've lost. I don't remember the exact amount. I haven't looked at it, but it would seem like it would be a lot more. You know what I mean? But
Yes.
you're building muscle and you're losing body fat at the same time. So naturally that number isn't going to be as big as you thought it would be simply because of that reason. But
Yes.
you're still losing weight regardless. You're still doing the same thing. I mean, it's incredible what you've been able to accomplish in just this short amount of time, specifically because of how consistent you've been. You've been just doing the work,
Yeah.
and it's
I can
incredible.
just, I'm sorry. I don't want to forget to say this. I have lost more weight than this
Mm-hmm.
on just diet
Mm-hmm.
and cannot tell anywhere near the difference in my clothes. Do you know what I'm saying? I've
Definitely.
lost, done keto or physician's weight loss, whatever, where you eat like 800 calories a day and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
and really quickly lost like 25, 30 pounds. No change like this
Yep.
as far as my clothes and everything. No change.
Yep.
Nowhere near, nowhere near. And it comes back very rapidly as soon as you stop the 800 calories or whatever it is. It
Right.
starts at 500 actually and goes up to 8. And as soon as you stop doing that, that weight, that 30 pounds is back right back,
And it's a
but
common problem.
there's not a lot of change. There's some change, of course, but not like now. Even my shoes are too big, if that is not crazy. I'm sure
Yeah.
people have told you that.
Yeah,
They're,
no, that's actually a first, but it makes sense because like whenever you start kind of losing body fat in places, it's typically your face, it's your
yeah,
fingers, your arms, and it's
yeah.
actually your feet, like your feet and toes. You actually start to lose body fat in
It's
those
really
areas.
funny.
Yeah,
My sneakers that I wear to work are so big. It's really
too funny.
funny. It really is.
Yeah,
I think you lose some water too. You don't retain as much water when you're not eating a lot of carbs. We
sure.
eat them, but not like excess, like chips and stuff,
Right.
you know,
Definitely. Well, I think it's
because if
all
you
of those
eat much
things.
of that kind of stuff, you're going over. Yeah, yeah, the
Absolutely.
trip. It really is. It has been great though. It really has.
Incredible. And you picked up on a lot of those cues, right? Unfortunately, it took you being in that spot to try things like keto, try things like some of
Yeah.
those other diets to realize, hey, this wasn't something that was sustainable for me. And I remember we talked about that on our first call. What were some of those things you've tried? So when you think about that ultimately, like what were some of the things that you felt were things that you thought would help, but ultimately didn't? What were some of those things that you, because I'm just curious just to know from you. I know that you touched on a couple of them, but what were some of those things?
Oh, a lot. I mean, things like Weight Watchers and the points that they give you are so low because they base it on um, age and height and things like that. And I'm so short that I barely got any points. And
Mm,
I mean, if you stick to it, you're gonna lose, but you're starving and it comes back. And there's not emphasis on exercise, working out. There's not emphasis on that. And I think especially getting older, the group that I'm in, it is so important. The way I feel is so much different than when I first started. But I mean, I did physician's weight loss. I did Jenny Craig, the ordering
mm,
the meals through the mail.
wow.
Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Wow.
Um, God, what else? Nutrisystem.
Oh yeah.
Um, I I know there's others. I just can't think.
I remember you mentioned to me, I think it was I've tried everything under the sun at this point, right? I mean, all of these things are they promise you to be able to see quick change and you did, but at the
Hmm.
end of the day we acknowledged it wasn't anything that was sustainable for you. And
Mm-mm.
that's the thing, right? There really wasn't a quick fix. And this is only just the beginning for you. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
other thing I want to touch on is, you're at this point, you're a few months in, it's only a few months in. And I can tell just from the way you're talking about it, wow, you just feel so much more excited about what's to come, what you've seen so far. And I think that's a
Hmm.
really big missing piece from those different diets and different, forms of weight loss that is missing from things like this. Like you actually feel better. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
no doubt about it. And it's something that you can keep doing. A lot of these
Right.
quick ones, the ones where you get the little shakes, you have two shakes a day and then a meal, you can't keep doing that and eating the bars all the time. And, you
Right.
know, I mean, I have protein shakes and stuff like that, but it's not like those kind of little plans when you go off of them. Then you're like, what do I do?
Right.
I know now what to do, and it's almost automatic what I get from the store and the things that I prep on Sunday and try to eat real close the same breakfast and lunch at work all week so that all I have to do is think about dinner. It makes it so much easier. But once you get some meals you like, it's so much easier not to have to think about it every day, every day.
Yeah.
Just fix them and that's it. It just makes it a lot easier.
You've done a
And
great
I
job.
mean, I could do this forever. It's not like I'm sacrificing. It's stuff that I like. So it's not like I'm going to stop this and go back to the other way of eating.
That's exactly what the whole point of this was. Once you've got those meals, once you've got something that fits seamlessly within your schedule, the snacks, the breakfast, the lunch, the dinners, once you've got that and you're like, this tastes really good, it fits within my schedule. I know what I need to pick up from the store. I enjoy it, right? It's on autopilot now for you
Oh,
at this
yeah.
point. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what we wanted to do. This is, I mean, to a T, we wanted to make sure that that was something that was easy for you to follow. It's easy to understand. You've got the meals that help out. And I take a look at it and see, okay, what's she doing in there? And there's not much change. And so journaling
Yeah.
that, keeping track of it, it's like this. I mean, at any point now, it's like I feel comfortable telling you, hey, Davida, like you're at that point where you don't necessarily need to journal all of your meals all the time because granted, that's
Hmm.
really helpful to keep on track. And if you feel yourself kind of falling off that track a little bit, it's always, important for you to jump back on. Hey, make sure you're looking at these things. But I feel like at this point you've made that such a routine for yourself. You know what? It's like, yeah, it's just my meal. Cool. Copy, paste, done. And that's
Yeah.
really just that's that's the key is keeping it
Hmm.
easy to keeping it on track very simply, easily. And there's not much change happening day to day. And it's easy to
Yeah.
maintain for you. And
Yeah.
that's the name of the game. There's nothing else for you to change or fix or do anything because it clearly works for you. We're losing weight at a sustainable rate. We're progressively intensifying with our exercises at a sustainable rate. And you've exercised good patience too. Like you've acknowledged, wow, this isn't as fast as some of the other things I've jumped on before, but yet I feel so much better. Let me just keep to it. Let me just
Yeah.
keep.
Yeah.
That's
I
everything.
just tell myself I can't stop because I don't want to go the other way. Just got to keep going. Just got to
That's
keep
it.
doing it. Keep going.
Yep.
Keep going.
We just can't quit. That's the only thing. That's the only point I have for you is there cannot be any reason for us to quit. And you've acknowledged that. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
As you think about these next 3 months,
So
go ahead.
I was just going to ask you about what happens. Like I'm sure there's like like I don't know what to call it, like extension or whatever like that. If the end of this program comes and I'm like, I really want to lose some more, and I feel like if I'm not in this and accountable
Mhm.
like this, I might slide a little bit. Is there like an extension you can
100%.
buy?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Absolutely. We'll talk about it once we get closer to our date. I think from what I have here, we joined it the first week of June. We are going to be in this for about 6 months. So we've got
Mhm.
2 more months under our belt to work with here. We've only been working together for about 4 months.
Yeah.
So towards the end of November, what we continue to do from that point is we set up another call. We talk about what we've accomplished so far. From that point, it's like, okay, Davida, what is that next goal for you? Where are we trying to get to? Are
Hmm.
we where we want to be? Is it an issue of maintaining at this point? How do we
Right.
manage our approach through Christmas time, December? And that was kind of what I was going to talk about next. These next 3 months are the toughest for most people, which is why New
Yeah.
Year's resolutions, etc., are always big. So what we would do is we talk about where we're at that point in November. So we've still got time based off of what we've committed with each other for the program. So you're still good for the next couple of months. But what we essentially do is hold a call towards the end of November, mid to end of November. And if you want to continue that plan, depending on what your goals are, what you feel you need help with, the challenges, whatever it might be that's included with that, we discuss another plan from that point, and then we determine, okay, what do we need to look at next? And of course, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. This doesn't need to be something that ends. If you want to continue to have access to the app, to myself, talking about the accountability, jumping on calls, having me message you, yeah, I mean, absolutely. These are all things I want to make sure that you're still being you know, helped with, especially when it comes to these goals of yours. 100%.
Hmm. Yeah. It helps. It definitely helps knowing that somebody's out there saying, okay, you got to up your protein, you got to walk
Yep.
more, you got to get more steps or whatever.
Hmm.
It really helps. And I know through the holidays it will.
Hmm.
Um, I really dread it.
Scary.
It was hard enough getting through the summer vacation. I have such a big family and so many birthdays during the holidays. We have like 6 birthdays and we have so many celebrations, so many things. And it just helps me because it's really funny. I know when I eat something, I'm like, man, I don't want to eat this because I gotta log it.
Hmm.
And you don't
Just the
want to log a bunch of
self-awareness.
crap. You know,
Yep.
it's really and knowing that those workouts are popping up every day, it makes me feel like, okay, well, this is something I have to do today. And if that
Absolutely.
stops, I'm afraid I just don't want to lose any momentum until I get to where I want to be.
Yeah. You're not alone with that. You know, this is exactly why I bring it up. And I think this call was important for us to hold, not only to discuss what you've been able to accomplish so far, but taking into account what happened during this summer. Granted, we started kind of in the middle at the beginning of June, but even acknowledging you were able to overcome a few of the challenges during summer. A lot of what you
Hmm.
did during that time period is no different from these next 3 months.
Hmm.
And granted, it might be happening a little bit more frequently these next few months,
Yeah.
but that's where we've really got to start digging and saying, okay, what do we need to plan? When are these birthdays happening? What is going to be available for us? Do we know what's going to be served? Do we know, what dates and the situations? All those things. We have to make sure we're continuing to plan them out. Similar to how you
Hmm.
did over the summer to maintain that momentum, because this is where people fall off. They
Yeah.
fall off, they slip up, and they think, oh man, you know what? I came this far. I'm happy with this. I'm going to let loose. And the thing is, it's okay to enjoy yourself, and I want you to enjoy yourself during these next 3 months. I want you to spend time with family, eat some of those foods that you'd like to eat, but also acknowledging that other 80 to 85% of the time, how can we make sure we're staying on track and just following what's been working? That's what we need to
Hmm.
make sure we're continuing to plan. And yeah, I'm going to be right here. I'm checking in on you. I'm in your back pocket. So
Okay.
anytime you need me, I'm right there, right? But
Yeah.
I'm looking in. I'm going to guide you through that, and you're not alone too. Everyone else in the group is going to be struggling with these next 3 months, myself included, right? I like to have fun. I like to drink, have
Yes.
cocktails, and have cakes and
Yes.
all the things. So we do it together. We acknowledge that time together, and we try to maintain our purpose of what we decided to do when we joined this program to begin with. And a lot of
Yeah.
the things you're talking about now, what's bringing us that momentum? Why are you still continuing to do this? I want you to constantly remind yourself of those things, right?
Yeah.
Being able to spend that time with your grandchildren, being able to alleviate the pain, being able to just have the energy to go and do these things. Like those are all big reasons why we continue to do what we do. And
Yeah.
we just continue to work on that, work on that, work on that. And hey, once 2026 rolls around in January, which is crazy enough to say, we're so many more steps ahead, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now, once you've been able to conquer those holiday seasons, those periods of time over summer, everything else in between, you have now acknowledged that you can conquer anything from this point forward.
Mhm.
You've done it. You've done
Yeah.
summer. Now it's time for holiday season.
The
Once we do that,
hard
every
way.
single other year, Davida is going to know, all right, I've
Yes.
done this before. I know what
Yeah.
works for me. Let's do it. Let's execute. And that's what we
Yeah.
want to absolutely double down on. So yeah, it's going
I
to be tough.
I
But
feel like if I can keep on until I get to where I want to be, that maintenance, I know what to eat. I'm not trying to lose, I'm trying to stay there, but I'm still trying to keep my protein up. I feel like it'll be such a different thing.
yeah,
Trying to lose in the midst of all that is feels different.
yep,
I feel like I can't, I feel like I'll, just slowly slide on back to where I
hmm,
was at the beginning. It's
yeah,
just so easy if you're not if you're not accountable, then if no one, you're not gonna get a message or anything like that. It's very easy
it is.
to just go on back because I've done it so many times. When programs are over, I go right back to how I used to be,
Right.
you know.
Right. It's easy to
Yeah,
negotiate with yourself in those moments when you've got no one else to keep you accountable.
exactly.
And that's a big struggle for many people. It's okay to have someone helping you. I have someone helping
Yeah,
me. I've
yeah,
had someone helping me, right? I have my own coaches too. Granted, it's not necessarily with exercise and nutrition. It's taking care of you guys, right? I mean, obviously this is my
yeah.
work. I've got to make sure I'm staying on track too when it comes to this. If I don't have anybody to report to or check in on me, I feel myself slipping in the same way. You know what I mean? Just in
Hmm.
a different manner, right? But obviously, up to this
Yeah,
point, I've been able to be on this health and fitness journey for quite some time. I've understood those rhythms. It's something I can implement on my own, which is obviously the ultimate goal for someone like you, right? But in these early
yeah,
stages, yeah, asking for help, making sure you're having that extra accountability, whatever it is you need, making sure you're keeping me in the loop and just letting me know what's happening in your life, putting me in your shoes. That's the best way I can make sure that we're staying consistent and accountable with what we're following and enjoying that process too.
yeah,
Because we don't want to be so
yeah,
restrictive where
yeah.
we resent these holiday seasons and the summertime, et cetera. Like we need to learn to balance all of that together. And that's going to be our ultimate
Oh
goal
yeah.
going into the new year.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
good.
Oh yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
Davida. You've been doing absolutely incredible, and I'm very, very happy to have you as a client.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
very wonderful to work with, and I'm just excited to see what you're able to accomplish by this time next year. Oh my goodness, imagine.
Yeah, I know.
Just
I
imagine.
know.
At this rate,
Yeah.
big things are coming, and I'm very excited to continue to make sure that those things happen. So if there's anything
Good.
else
Me
that,
too.
yeah, for sure. If there's